The Madlanga Commission of Inquiry is expected to continue probing the conduct of the Investigative Directorate against Corruption, IDAC, when it resumes today. The Commission has been examining the investigation and prosecution of Crime Intelligence Head Dumisani, Khumalo and 6 other officials from the unit. Khumalo and his co-accused were charged with fraud and corruption relating to the appointment of Crime Intelligence Brigadier Dineo Mokwele. Let's now cross to SABC News reporter Canny Maphanga on what to expect today. Canny, good morning. So, as has become the norm almost with IDAC, is that we are hearing several concessions about what was wrong and what was not done, even though people knew what was wrong.
Absolutely. Good morning to you, Sakina, and to the viewers at home. We heard from the Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions within IDAC, that is Advocate Peter Serunya, yesterday, who testified about his involvement in the Dineo Mokwele matter, which is known as that fraud and corruption case against Crime Intelligence boss, Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo, and others over the appointment of Mokwele. And how we understand it is that he becomes involved on the morning after the arrest, where he learns through office chatter that his junior prosecutor has been allocated the matter, and that's how he says he ended up in court to support her. And then, of course, where there were issues where she seemed to be overwhelmed, that is Ms. Hlachaya, the junior prosecutor that he describes as someone who should not have been allocated that case. That is how he gets involved in the matter. The difficulty with Serunya's position before the Madlanga Commission regarding this particular matter, where he states under oath it was rushed to court and was not ready for enrollment because there was no prima facie case in this particular matter, specifically for the charge of corruption. The difficulty there is that it seems that when he had a look at the docket, what he terms as him flagging his concerns to the ID, that is the former IDAC head, Advocate Andrea Johnson, what it actually looks like in terms of those notes, or pre-trial notes, if you could put it that way, is that he wasn't just raising those concerns. It seems like he was assisting them in building a case against these particular individuals, because it wasn't so much of there is no case and let's stop the investigation at this stage. He was asking questions that if they were able to answer, it would have been able to assist them in order to continue and proceed with that matter. We do know that, of course, this particular issue in terms of the concerns raised were not answered, and it leads the Commission to the alleged sinister motive that is being discussed about this particular matter, that it was never about the pursuit of justice, but seemingly it was about allegedly targeting these individuals. So although Serunya testifies that he feels angry and he feels set up in this particular matter, his conduct in terms of how he handled the matter once he became part of the intervention, let's put it that way, also raises questions, because it seems that those notes he prepared could have assisted them in building a further case against these individuals, if that indeed was the direction. But at the very least, what we know is another witness is coming forward to state that there was no case against Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo and others in that regard, and we expect that Ramsamy will return to the stand this morning to elaborate further on the flaws in IDAC's handling of crime intelligence cases. It's over to you in studio.